tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Might be looking to run. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw. It's Winfield. Pressure coming. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's a really great play by the defender, and we obviously know the defense gave up a ton of points there last time out. Coaching staff told us, David, they wanted to be more aggressive this game, and here you go. The opening drive of the game, great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, swatting it away, and trying to send a message to the offense.
Well, and sometimes the defenders, they're trying to make plays. They're trying to catch it. A lot of times because of that, they misjudge the football. I like knocking it down, making sure.
He's going to let it go. Makes a deep grab. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
And he's going to try to return this one. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The run inside. It's Booth. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The give is to Miller. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Gets the back moving. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and defense holds. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Louisiana Tech starts this drive as the offense goes on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a catch. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. In with the pick 6. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, better look out! You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to pass, it's Baker. It's caught. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side, but this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going, get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to fire. Immediately fires to the middle. Gain of 9 on that one. Third down and short. He needs a yard.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Smashes ahead. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Baker. It's complete on the right side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Snap from the gun on third down. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. Knocked down inside the red zone, and they pick it up on 4th down to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Touchdown! A great catch and run for 6. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, Dave.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback
Feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Miller. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Breaks into the open. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Looking for a man. It's Winfield. Dances away. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rockwell. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to run, it's Smith. It got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so probably no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The play action fake, the throw, and it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Breaks the tackle. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Sends it back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He stopped short of the sticks. There's still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Motion from the back. Tries it on the sting. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gets the back moving. Got enough for the first. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. The run to the right. They wrestle one down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Winfield. Escapes the pressure to his right. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to fire deep. He's got it way down the field. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it down to the end zone. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Right down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll pass it. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the 2nd half.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Tight end now in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets it to the back. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Winfield. Gonna take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here's the pressure. Got some room headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They want to throw it. He's got the tight end. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, and time is running short. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cajuns. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, it's Baker. Complete. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Penn State Nittany Lions. And it's USC with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down. And what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Throwing right. Takes the grab.
defense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive. And finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
The option, the keeper. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Goes to the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Through the air, it's Baker. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Running inside. It's Smith. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And there he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Special teams proving to be special.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Bob, he made one guy miss, and he was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Oh, he's got some space. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Winfield. Completes it in the middle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
To the air on second down. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Oh, they're after him. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. The punt is headed out of bounds, and they couldn't be happier about that, given the danger of that return guy. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Fenway. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the grab. It's 4.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Moving out to the right. Gets rid of it. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play. Ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On target over the middle. Just what they had hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I think because the quarterback just wasn't able to transfer his weight and really step into that throw, the ball sailed on him a little bit. That defender had a chance to make that interception. That's one you've got to make the quarterback pay for.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag.
Wide 53! Wide 53! Punch, punch, punch!
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to keep it in the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last field goal made this a one-possession game. They have put together a rally, and now they'll try to turn the momentum back around, starting on this drive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Motion from the wideout. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. Trickery and deception. They snap it to the up man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Card in the backfield. It's Smith. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Louisiana. They push out this lead in the fourth quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive second win of the season. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Makes the catch and he's free. The 30, the 20. Touchdown Bulldog. Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
That is the easiest touchdown pass that guy has ever
safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see him not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Louisiana has it back in the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Looking for a crease to the left. Breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Dropping back, it's Winfield. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Rockwell. Hard-hitting tackle.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the 4th quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They appear to be headed to the win column for the first time this year.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Baker. Here's a hit. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Trying to get behind the defense. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
It It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Shakes off the defender. Taking it the other way. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Raging Cajuns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Plows through the defense. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. There's a crease. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Running inside, it's Smith. Across the 25. Touchdown, Cajuns! And the beatdown has ensued. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to pass, it's Baker. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble and throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the right. Finds some room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete, so the 2-point conversion no good, but there is a flag on the play. Incomplete pass, but it'll be a productive play for the offense. This flag's going to go against the D. Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They want to run it left here. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30. and picks up a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive.
Got a little grass. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Baker. He's taking a deep shot. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see.
Looking deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game is gone and time is run out. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games